To it. There's a lot of different tempos. The music all is pretty upbeat, but the style of swing that we're going to show you today is going to be best for rock and roll music, anything that sounds like a really fast windshield wiper. Boom, tick, boom, tick, boom, tick. Even 80s music will work really great for this style of swing. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to start from the lead's perspective again and keep our feet shoulder width apart. So when we say shoulder width, we mean your actual shoulders, not out here. We don't need a power stance. We just want to be nice and comfortable here. Right off the bat, I'm actually going to have my leads take a small, scooch their left foot slightly ahead. So that feels sort of diagonal. You don't want to have a really big diagonal step, but just so that you're like a toe's length ahead of your right foot. And I know that leads usually have bigger toes, so that'll be just fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to rock from side to side, side to side, side to side. Now, why would you need anyone to teach you how to do this? This is the easy part, or so it would seem. So what we want to make sure that we're doing is that we're stepping and marching in place. So think we're rocking from side to side here, right? You don't want to collect the feet here, right? So we don't want to do the Carlton. We actually want to make sure that we're just going side to side here. Just stepping right in place so that you can feel your knees picking up, right? So I'm stepping right in place. And I'm going to count this slow, 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 slow. So after we do 2 slows, what we're going to do is take this left foot into a rock step. We're both going to do the same rock step, so we are going to be moving away from each other. But from the lead perspective, we're going to take our left foot, the ball of the foot, and place it behind the right. When I say behind, I mean just a little bit behind it. You don't need to cross all over it, and you don't have to take it really far out. We want it right under your body here, right? So wherever your bum is making a shadow, that's where you're gonna rock. So I'm gonna place the ball of my foot down, no heel, and I'm gonna replace with my right foot. So it feels like I'm stepping back and hitting a button with my left foot and slipping a dollar bill under my right foot. So I'm going rock, step, rock, step, rock, step. And Ian's doing it from the side here so you can see that we're pushing on the left foot and replacing with the right, sort of like a really lazy run in place, right? We're going to count this quick, quick. So we're going to combine the 2 items and we're going to go slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. So as I'm going into my left foot after the rock step, I'm not going to hang there for too long. I'm going to bring it right out to that side step. I'm going to go side, side, rock step, side, side, rock step. Okay? So that is the lead's footwork. So the follows footwork, we're going to actually take our right foot, and that's going to be slightly ahead of our left foot, just a little bit. So as we take our step, we're going to go from side to side, shoulder width as well. So we're going side, 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 side. So I'm rocking side to the right, side to the left, right? So we're going to do 2. We're going to go side, freeze. Now we're going to take our right foot, we're going to tuck it right behind the left. And so just like I was telling the leads before, we want to make sure that we don't reach really far back. And now we also keep it right here under the body, so right where you're making a shadow there, so that then it feels comfortable and we can keep our weight forward. So as we take the step, we're going side, side, then rock step. So same idea, this rock step here, I'm going to hang there for a second. I'm going to place the ball of the foot down and replace with the left. So that there's nothing really happening here except for me pushing the right leg back, and that left foot is just replacing right where it is under the body. You'll notice throughout this whole basic that it doesn't really go anywhere. So I have a side, a rock step. It's staying here for now, right? So for your basic without rotation, it's just replacing right where it was, staying in that same place. The only guy that's really moving is that right foot because it's going side and then back. Side, side, back, replace, side, side, back, replace. All right, so that is your basic. The hold for this one, there are 2 different holds. The first hold that I always like to teach is the open hold, and this is actually going to be really great for solo practice. So for the lead, we're just going to hold out 2 cups, 2 of your favorite drinks, and follows. What we're going to do is we're going to take our fingers and we're going to place them right in the cups. If you don't have a partner to dance with, we're just going to leave our hands right here in front to practice. We're just going to place our hands right in those cups. We want to make sure that if we do have a partner, that our wrists aren't pointing up. We want to keep our hands down, sort of like we're pushing either a shopping cart, which I am sure a lot of us are familiar with right now, or a moped, so whatever makes you feel more comfortable. So we're going to make sure that we're not squeezing each other, so the leads, no Game Boy thumbs here or remote control thumbs. We want to keep them relaxed. So if they are touching your partner, you don't want to squeeze, no pressure there, but I do always either have you rest them on the outside of your hand or leave them thumbs up just for now. So as we're doing our step, we're going side, side, and away from each other. So we feel this movement together and then away, side, side, away, or slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick. And you'll notice that we're also not pulling away from each other here. So that tip that I was telling you about, just letting the foot go back there without your head weight or without pulling your partner, is really going to be useful here. So if you're practicing solo, you want to make sure that your head weight stays over that forward foot, okay? So I don't want to take my head with this guy. I almost want to make it feel like just that right leg is going back there, or that left leg, depending on if you're following or leading, so that then we're not pulling on our partners when we have a partner in the future, right? Okay, so let's cover a little bit of rotation. I'm going to go over the leads part first, and then follows, we're going to talk about how to practice rotation on your own, but also how to follow it when we are dancing with a partner. So from the leads perspective, we're going to rotate this time clockwise. We're going to go over the right shoulder. So like I said before, we're not rotating that direction. We're rotating back over that right shoulder. This is going to sound a little confusing, but we're going to do it by moving forward. So let's do a basic first before adding rotation. So I'm going to go side, side, rock, step. One tip is that your rock step is going to be an anchor. So wherever you stop on your second slow, that's where you're going to rock step. You want to make sure that you're not moving through this rock step. This is going to give you and your partner a chance to catch your breath and to connect. But here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish that rock step. On my first slow, I'm going to swing around my partner. So you notice that my hips are turning with my partner and my chest as well. So everything's rotating, and it feels like I rotated over that right shoulder. From here, I'm going to adjust side to get back in that beginning poise that I was in. And I'm going to take my left foot and rock step. So I'm really just rotating on the first one and adjusting on the second one. So I'm going rotate, adjust, rock, step. Rotate, adjust, rock, step. Rotate, adjust, rock, step. Rotate, adjust, rock, step. So the hardest part about this is maintaining a good amount of space with your partner, but also not too much. So I want to make sure that whenever, this is going to be my lead over here, whenever we're rotating, that instead of trying to take this track around my partner, I'm going to take this inside track around her, so that then we can stay closer to each other. It doesn't feel like we're just swinging away from each other. So as we do our first basic, nothing's going to change, but then we're going to step into each other and around. And notice that we're not chest bumping each other, we're not coming into each other a whole bunch here, we're just stepping around. If you think that about your lady having a hula hoop around her feet, and you're just stepping around that hula hoop on that first step, that helps too. So from the follows perspective, our partner is going to be rotating. So they won't exactly be in the same spot that they were when we began. So we have to think about our north shifting all the time. So as I'm doing my basic, this first step, same idea here. I want to make sure that my rock step, I'm always going to drop where I finished my last slow. But when he moves around, his first slow is going to start to move around you to your right. You want to take this step towards their center. If you notice, if you're doing this on your own, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that when I take my first step, that I'm not opening a whole lot here like I would in my stationary basic, but that I am going to step sort of forward and turn out my foot. So when I say turn out, that means that your toe is going to be turning to the right. It's going to be sort of moving to where your partner is. My belly button's going there as well, and from there I'm going to adjust to move back into my basic. So my partner is rotating, and it's all dependent on how much your partner is rotating, but it's going to go towards your partner, to the side, and rock. Towards your partner, to the side, and rock. You want to make sure that you're not always blocking your partner. If I take a step like this on the first step as he tries to rotate, he's never going to get around me. So if I play this little juking game with Ian here, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, all that's going to happen is that we're going to keep moving closer to the camera and we'll never rotate, right? So we want to allow our partner to come around us on the right side. So when we feel them start to swing this way, that's when we know that we have to step towards them. So we're going side, slide, rock, step. There he goes. Rock, step, slow, slow. I want to make sure that I don't take over the rotation here and make him rotate a bunch, right? I'm going to let them rotate. We adjust, rock, step. Rotate, adjust, and rock, step. All right? And that's your single swing. We'll play a little music so that you can practice.